Thanks to Thor Books for sponsoring this episode of Nerdist News. Now, our Thor Infinity Stone theory has been confirmed. Comic-Con's only just started, and we've already shouted, "Shut up and take my money," about 3,000 times. Now, the convention floor is covered wall-to-wall in cool new toys, and we want all of them when they're finally released. And at the very top of our San Diego wish list are these Thor Ragnarok figures from Sideshow Collectibles. Just look at how badass these things are. But as we've learned so many times before, with great toys come great spoilability. But how spoilery could these Thor figures really be? Well, if you take a quick look at the accessories that come with the Loki figure, you'll see that he has some daggers, a few extra sets of hands, the Tesseract, the Casket of Ancient Winters. Holy, wait a minute. Did we just say, the Tesseract? Hella yeah, we did, because as you can see, every Loki action figure comes with its very own Space Stone, still stuck in the protective casing we last saw in the first Avengers film. Now that means that this Infinity Stone is going to get some serious play in Ragnarok and probably even provide a direct lead into next summer's Infinity War. But we gotta say, there's something weirdly familiar about this story. Like, maybe we covered it before, and maybe that's because we did. Back in April, we took a look at another Ragnarok toy, this one a Lego set depicting what we think will be the final fight in the film. In it, we noted that Thor's eyes were looking unusually blue, especially for a Lego person. It was almost as if he was channeling the power of the Space Stone. Our guess was that after Hela destroyed Asgard with the Soul Stone, Thor would bust the Tesseract out of his Asgardian storage space and fight her stone to stone. And seeing the Tesseract in this new toy lineup completely confirms that theory. Or at least mostly confirms that theory. The fact that it's packaged with the Loki figure does add an interesting wrinkle to the plot. Obviously, from what we see on the Lego box, it ends up in Thor's hands at some point. But when the heck does Loki have it? Could this mean that he's finally putting the animosity aside for his big brother? Will he help a dude when he's hammerless? Will he throw Thor the stone in the final minutes of the big battle? I wouldn't count on it. According to reports from D23, the Infinity War footage they showed featured both Loki back on Earth with the Tesseract and Thor floating through space unconscious. Now that makes it sound like Ragnarok is going to end with the trickster god getting extra trickstery, stabbing his brother in the back and nabbing the Tesseract from him, and then that's the end of the movie. But what do you folks think? Could there be some other reason that Loki has the Tesseract, and how do you think Ragnarok will lead into Infinity War? Let's discuss. And special thanks to Thor Books for sponsoring today's Nerdist News. If you're looking for some new original sci-fi fantasy reading material this summer, Thor Books has a fantastic selection. Find stories from emerging and established writers with no word limits or page limits. You can take your pick between downloadable ebooks or good old-fashioned print. Visit Tor.com for exciting sci-fi fantasy reads.